Namo Narayana. Tomorrow, Monday, 3rd August 2020 is Rig and Yajur Upakarma. Sama Upakarma always happens at Vinayaka Chaturthi. I think it's either August 22nd or 23rd this year. Now, the term Upakarma allies Aavani Avittam, as we commonly call. There's probably only one immediate connotation or image that comes to us. We change the Yajnopavitam from the old one to the new one and perform Gayatri Japa the next day and do our work. Let's thought I'd take a quick few minutes to share the significance of this. The term Upa is very, very important because to be eligible to perform the Upakarma tomorrow, we first need to have what is called as Upanayanam. That is when we first get this Yajnopavitam first time. So, and then we do Upakarma. Upanayanam, Upa is actually means getting closer to. And the purpose of Upanayanam is when to officially say that from this day, this child is ready to learn the basics and go closer, Upa, to the Brahma, to the knowledge, or to attain, to understand the Brahmam, okay, not Brahma, Brahmam, the Parabrahmam as we call, for which we need to do a lot of focused studies, so knowledge. So that is when in those days, after Upanayanam, you are led to a Guru. So again you go closer to a Guru, Upa, again to understand, to get Upadesam, where we get a lot of teachings from the Guru, and then we keep going closer and closer. And that is why we also have another term, particularly during Ekadasi, to say Upavasam. Again, that means basically today it's Ekadasi Upavasam, or whenever we fast we use the word Upavasam because we forget everything else including eating and think of the ultimate to be there, to think of Perumal Thayar, to read about the scriptures, to listen to elders, to listen to Acharya by even skipping food on that day. That's why it's called Upavasam. So you go closer and you stay. Like that, Upakarma means again going closer to attaining knowledge and renewing, reaffirming and recommitting to the basic tenets of simple living of Trikala Sandhyavadana, and then also focusing our energies on learning and acquiring the right knowledge. That is why it's called Upakarma tomorrow. So on this day, let us understand that when we are changing the Yajnopavitam, when we do it, let's understand that very important mantra that we say when we change the Punal alias Yajnopavitam is Yajnopavitam Paramam Pavitram. It is Paramam, it is Pavitram. So it can't be treated as another thread or anything. That's why if you really observe closely, even the disposal of the older Yajnopavitam is done in a very sacred manner and not just thrown into dustbin like that. You can't even throw it in dustbin. So let us reaffirm, recommit, understand that and learn towards the true knowledge of learning our great works of Alvars, Acharyas and other elders to go closer to the Brahmam, the Parampurul or the Paramatma. And here I have a request. If you observe the function of Upanayanam, we invite all, one and all, friends and relatives, call everybody and say you must come, that I am performing the Upanayanam of my son and sometimes of my nephew, and this you go invite. And what do we do after that? In presence of everybody who come on our invitation, you cover yourselves and the son and teach him the Gayatri mantra in his ears where nobody else is supposed to listen. Gayatri mantra is a very sacred mantra. It cannot be sung, recited in any manner that we feel it fit. You can't have a tune to it, you can't do anything. We know there is a lot of audio ringtones and this going around, and very important, can't be recited aloud. It has to be recited in a very, very subtle manner where the next person cannot hear. And that is a classic example is the Upanayanam function itself, when the Brahmovadesam happens to the child, when in front of all the invited guests, there still nobody hears and nobody is supposed to hear. So let us learn and understand the significance that Gayatri Mantra is the supreme mantra and that has to be respected at all times and that has to be recited in the exact meter that which we are taught. So you have 5 breaks, right? First Pranavam, then Bhurbhuvasvaha, Tatsavadurvarenyam, Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyayana Prachodhyat. So all these 5 breaks should come properly and count each when we do, whether 10 times or 18 times or 28 times or 108 or 1000 times. So, but it has to be recited just to ourselves. If any one of us is having a ringtone or having the habit of playing it aloud and all that, probably I would request that we will not do it, because this is a very sacred mantra, cannot be used the way we want. With that, let us pray to Sriman Narayana that we reaffirm ourselves on this Upakarma day to commit ourselves to learn the true and learn and acquire the true knowledge, the Vedic knowledge, and go closer to Parabrahman. Namo Narayana.